just report about this, the stock and the basketball, most especially the stock.
The stock.
You said you have some videos? Yeah.
Yeah, I have some videos, and also I'm pretty sure that people can invest from overseas, but they probably need a visa or something, some sort of, I don't know. Maybe you can find out how it goes legally, and I think it varies by country. But I have some videos, and we could probably approach more people for the stock trading. I know the Abakuas group. That's the group that I'm trying to work with and probably try to promote the idea. Because the way we're gonna promote it is the Abakuas. We're gonna say it's like based on the Cuban and Igbo cultural ideas. And back in the day, a lot of people joined because, well, they joined with maybe selfish interests and they broke up the movement. But we're still here, so you know what we want to use it for: self-development, autonomous self-governance locally. I don't know if Brother Chinonso is there, but like we said, I think the way I
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, I just wanted to say the way I've drawn it up recently is that there's a kingdom of Hawaii. I don't know if you guys heard of Hawaii before.
Yeah, I heard about that.
So it used to be a kingdom, and they have people who are, let's say, they have some black heritage, maybe from the Australian Pacific Island side. They have a black kingdom movement that's growing there, Hawaii, and then Jackson, Mississippi, and Jacksonville, Florida have two movements: the New African Republic movement and the Gullah Geechee Nation movement. So we're working with people in basically Hawaii is a U.S. territory, so we have like 3 U.S. communities we're working with. And then the Haiti thing, we've been talking about Haiti for a long time, but I remembered actually that we have a Caribbean-owned radio station here. So for us, I think we just contact the people in Haiti that visited Enugu, and we contact the radio station and try to bring them along once we have our program going. So it's just going to be a radio station and the people who visited Enugu, the Dessalines Children's Party. So that's it. And we have them on Facebook and WhatsApp too, that political party that visited Enugu and said they want to do cultural exchange. They speak a French-based pidgin. That's the issue. But we have a connection here from Jacksonville, Florida. So if we connect to Jacksonville, Florida, we'll connect to Haiti with a radio station we have here. And also, I wrote up that we talked about Gabon with the Bantu Civilization Center. I think they could connect with India too. There's Black Panthers in India too, the self-defense organization. India, I think it'll be easier to connect with. So Gabon in India, that's one suggestion. And then everybody else was just Nigeria, which is the Bornu, and basically Igbo land communities. Now that's basically we're looking at Nigeria, Gabon in India, and basically the USA, because USA could contact Haiti from where I'm at. We have a lot of connections. So it's just mostly it's USA, Gabon, India, and Nigeria. So I think we should focus on Nigeria, which could connect to Gabon, and then India. So I was thinking, Borgu has been the most active, and Bornu is probably just waiting. I think there was a linguist in Bornu who really has been following us, Brother Mukhtar. Maybe he could do an interview or something to speak on issues he wants to speak on. I know people are talking about their language disappearing in Borgu, and those kind of people could be interviewed too. I think it was just anybody that's interviewed, anybody that wants to do an interview, they could do it, even if they're not on our platform. It's just maybe want to just advertise that we have news. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, I understand, my lord. I think we have I think we paid for an interview with Borgu Energy News. We are still here to use it. We paid for it.
We paid for it. We could use it anytime, forever, or what?
Yeah, my lord. Can use it anytime.
Forever. Yeah. So I was saying anybody who has an issue, and I think we could just notify it as I could do an interview. I could try, but it's like we should probably have interviews every day. I don't know. We just haven't used it, so I don't.
Yes, man.
So I was thinking though, with the brother, he seems to be really moving fast, and this is like the best news that I feel we've had in not in Igbo land. Could you speak on it, brother Chinonso? Because I met him through a Black USA community network. They were talking about basically having their own tribe again, the Hebrew. But we've been talking about basically how to get the autonomous communities together and how the Black people in the USA and around the world are going to benefit from working together with us. So he says he's from a place called Ihiala in Anambra State, a community, ancient community there. So maybe you could speak on it, your strategy, brother Chinonso.
Okay. Well, good evening, Praise Yakubu. Good evening, Zoro. It's evening over here. So I would say good evening. Well, I've gotten to talk to some chiefs. They're highly titled men, so you wouldn't want to go there disrespecting them. So I get to tell them this platform and the future of this very platform coming into existence. So they were like, hope is for the betterment and the good and Igbo land. We are all about the movement whereby we are coming together. During the time of slave trade, the Igbo that has been scattered all over the world, now they are bringing a memorandum saying we should come together as one. Those Igbos this is how I put it, those Igbos in Gabon, those Igbos in Sierra Leone, the African American Igbos, and some in Haiti. So I get to tell the chiefs that we are also coming in as Ihiala as a whole in supporting this very movement. We need to give them our own support as an Igbo nation here in Ihiala. They were like, okay, no problem. So I got to talk to them about the basketball, the Bantu and basketball academy, and also the stock market that will be taking place. So I get to brief them about things, and they were like, okay, Udo, it's left for us. But nevertheless, they are age-titled men already, and I believe they really can use most of all these gadgets we've been using. Most of them can't handle iPhones and all that. So then even if they can't even, I would say English should be a barrier because they're going to be speaking more of Igbo. You understand me?
Yeah.
Okay, they'll be speaking more of Igbo and it's going to need translation. So I got to talk to them and they were like, they should fix that very part of them. Even if it's going to be the young chief among them that is going to stand in supporting the movement, then, or they'll give him all their whole power and their whole support in communicating with EL and local government. So that's that one about.
This sounds
very good development, my brother.
Yeah, this sounds great.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds great. It sounds great. I was thinking
and also I got to talk to a friend of mine. He's from Enugu and one from Imo. So I was saying if they could bring their own willpower, form their own community and come up with something good, and I believe I'm going to be joining them in the group chat of Ihala. I told one of them and I invited him already. I don't know if he has seen it. He's a young, vibrant young man, also from Imo State. So I got to talk to him. They should come in one as a community to join this very movement. And the other one is from Enugu. I got to speak to him not too long today, and he was like, okay, he needs to make a research about what we're trying to do before he's going to let his people and his chiefs know. So that's that about that. Moreover, I got to talk to an Ohanese. there's a platform of Ohaneze back in the East for people here in Lagos. So there's an Ohaneze gathering here. I got to talk to the chief also, and he was like, okay, he's going to give us his support, but sooner or later he's going to respond to that very aspect. So those are the three major things I know I have done so far, and I believe we'll move forward with that.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. Because even Lagos has a, I don't know if you know, Lagos is a kingdom. If you guys don't know, there's an Oba of Lagos. So
Yeah.
So it's been hard to start things in Lagos because we don't have the king's permission. But Ohaneze is an Igbo, like a kingdom's form. So there's chiefs there. So it's like the thing in Lagos. There was a United Nations cultural platform there. You guys know Festac?
Yeah, I know about Festac.
Yeah, Festac. Yeah.
There's a town that was, I think it's supposed to be a museum, but there's also a festival from the 70s. So they're supposed to have, they don't have the festival anymore for political reasons, I guess. But yeah, it used to bring all the civilizations together just like this, what we're trying to do. So I was thinking, well, it would be nice if we could work with them, but I don't know. I think it's politics. But they're a United Nations platform in Lagos, a culture that's supposed to bring all the indigenous people together. But even that's interesting. I know the brother Chinonso. I don't know how you got to know it's very good that he was already connecting with people in the USA, the long lost people. That was already, so that's his priority. That's his priority. As in the past, we've been working with a lot of activists who say they want self-determination, but they don't talk to any other nation. They don't try to get their Gabon Igbos. They don't try to get Haitians. They don't try to get black people in USA. So it's like this is the most progress we've had, I think, and the best I feel about it. Prince Yakubu could tell you how many people we've been talking to, and it's sad. It says, but this is the best progress we've had for a long time.
Yes, my lord. I think, Brother Chinonso, there is one mentors we gave. I think it's $100, my lord. We gave him $100 for company registration.
You said the network is fluctuating. I can't hear you properly. What did you say?
I said, can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
I said there is a brother in Enugu, I think. His name is Mentos.
Okay.
So we discussed about company registration with him, and he agreed that he will register a company. We gave $100 to him, and till this moment, we didn't hear anything from him.
Yeah.
Wow.
So you see,
with 100, opening a company, with $100 cannot do anything in opening a company.
no.
CSC here, Corporate Affairs Commission, you need to go to the local government, and I believe it will cost you nothing less than $300. I believe so.
That is why you see, maybe although some don't know that there is a process that you can register a company without undergoing all those stress. You understand?
Yeah.
There's a process. Now the CSC is fully online. You understand?
Yes.
So instead of going up and down for all these paperwork to register maybe a business name, there is a simple way that you can just reserve the name, and later on you can continue with the process. And the document, the requirement is not much. So I believe I did mine. I did that of Borgu. I have the certificate. There are two again that is pending. The two company registration is still from the Igbo side.
Okay.
Yeah, I have my lord. Can you hear us?
Me?
Hello, Chizoro.
Yes,
Chizoro, are you on
yes,
this?
yes. I can.
Yeah, yeah. I am talking about the company registrations.
They're in Anambra. They're two Henry towns.
Yeah, yeah.
Henry Kingdom is
So
Eguku.
what happened? What happened was, there's no way we can proceed with company registration without without identifications.
Yes.
So I requested after I reserved the name. I sent for name reservation. The company registration name has been reserved. So they requested for documents, maybe like maybe our NIN or NIN per se or driver license. So
Okay.
they refused to comply. So those registration are still pending, and we have only 60 days to lose that registration. So you see that is the issue we are facing, and that of mentors, I believe, because I have did it. I have did that is 3 registrations now that I have did successfully, and all with $100. So
Okay.
everything is online now. You understand? People don't. It's just that people don't know. They thought it's still the former process, but it's online now. You can do the name reservation and pay everything online through the site remitter. So we give mentors. He said he has given one of his lawyer the money to register the company. At this moment, we didn't hear anything from him. He has stopped picking my calls even. So we have trust issues. We have tried many people in Igbo land, my brother. Sometimes I could just keep quiet, sha.
Well, I understand what you're trying to say. Since there's no dignity in the mentor, he couldn't come up with his own words. He did not keep to his own words. Then we try to improvise. So what we need to do is just improvise. I believe since on your own end, you done the registration. But in USA, could it be possible to open an LLC company, limited liability company over there?
I don't like an LLC. The process basically was, because we have the idea of every community governing themselves. It was more like it was more like a town union or a Ohaneze company where all the community come together to say this is how we're going to govern ourselves, our resources. It was more so in Africa that we wanted it, or maybe India where they have tribal land. Anywhere that has tribal land. Over here, they don't have land like that. A lot of times they don't have a palace or anything. They have like churches. A lot of them. So they have churches that are based on Africa. But it's like I don't think it is very bad that all that money was swallowed in Igbo land. Man, oh wow, yeah, there's a lot of money's been swallowed in Igbo land. But it's like at this point, we're just searching. I think we should just search for people who can work with Borgu Empire, and Bornu Empire will be coming on. Both those communities are key to Africa. Borgu is basically the Mali Empire all the way to Gambia. There's a connection there, and then from Bornu you get all the way to Sudan and Egypt and Libya with the Kanuri kingdoms and towns and districts. So it's a very big network that we're working with. Even just two kingdoms in northern Nigeria, you could cover you could cover the most of North Africa and West and East Africa. So with Gabon is the center of Bantu civilizations, where they cover everyone who migrated from Igbo land and Niger Delta into Southern Africa, East Africa, the Bantu people. So it's I think Gabon, Bornu should be more of the focus going forward. But even I think at this point, if we could find if Ihiala could really launch us with the Kings working with Borgu, and we get you guys on how would you say like interviews and on media over here in the USA, where you guys are representing. Borgu is representing. Igbo land is Bantu representing, and Bornu. It's just like 3 communities, and then we know everybody else will start to come and they'll say, "Oh, you're working with USA. There's money involved, or there's business." But we want those headquarters, the Gabon, Borgu, and Bornu, and then we want Igbo land to be active. So Ihiala could be maybe registered down the road, but right now we could say it's part of the company with Borgu. But when there starts to be money to be handled, I think we could, or money that's starting to be made and pulled in, I think we can say this registration needs to be with Chief so and so, or this town decides who's going to be on the documents. The names that were registered already, I don't know if they could be changed. Well, at this point, we don't know who would be on the new documents. But Henry Kingdom had 2 documents registered, so they haven't even. One of the chiefs was banned from Facebook, so he couldn't even participate. The other one is like he's a chief, but he's also like the king, so he doesn't. 2 of them are kings, so they don't have the time to be a secretary for an organization. It doesn't really work. They're not engaged like this. So that's been our issue. If Ihiala could start things, I mean, wow, you already said a lot more than other people. So I'm excited, but that's all we really need. I think down the road we could register it in these different companies. But I think right now we would like to get into stocks markets.
Sure.
Yeah. Just teaching, maybe we have calls on reviewing the stock market, how to get into it from Nigeria. I know there's different rules, and that'll be great because Borgu, like I said, it could represent the Niger River and the Senegambia rivers. Those are actual rivers, Senegambia and Niger River, and then we could get Bornu in time, the Nile River, and we could also get Gabon, the whole Gabon movement. So it's in time. So we want to just start something with you two, and we know it'll grow that way. So it's okay, even if it seems small. It's not that small because that's how Africa is related. We've done our research, and we know this is enough. Well, I'm surprised it took this long. I'm happy. I'll just say I'm happy that we have some progress. I'm happy. That's all I gotta say.
Okay.
Thank you, brother. I don't know who you've connected with over here in the USA. I remember you said a particular person introduced you. I met you in that Enga World Nexus. I know they have like a radio station. People are trying to turn this into a radio. This Facebook, the apps and the groups, where you could open your own app, or you could open your own radio channel and make it like TV or radio in these groups.
Yeah, there's this group Poseidon. They have their own radio station here on Facebook.
It was the Enga group.
Bro, Poseidon.
I didn't see that one. But they say they're Igbo too in the USA.
No, their owner from Israelite. They're planning on Israelite Hebrews.
Oh, okay, Poseidon. I didn't see that group, but I know that there was one group where even if somebody shared their phone number, but it was like this on this side of the USA, they're connected to the Caribbean nations by almost by sea. They're really connected, and also, how would you say? They have a nationality called the Gullah Geechee Nation, and they're seeking more autonomy in their affairs, and they've connected with Igbo land, or reconnected, or they've connected with Igbo immigrants from Nigeria. So they're familiar with us, but they haven't had this kind of grassroots mobilization where, let's say, Ihiala or communities in Enugu are saying, "Yes, we remember you. We're one people." Yeah, I didn't, and also, you mentioned Sierra Leone, but I haven't met people in Sierra Leone that are willing to mobilize. It's a very diverse place with different ethnic groups. They're related, but they don't. They all say they're a different dialect or different language. Uh, so it's hard. It's hard to mobilize in Sierra Leone. I haven't really met Liberia. I haven't really met Igbo people that say they're willing to mobilize because there's so many different communities. But so many different communities in that region. So I haven't been talking to Sierra Leone for a long time. It just gets too distracting. I was saying if they're serious in Sierra Leone, you have to work with Borgu Empire, and Prince Yakubu is like the secretary for the whole West Africa almost. So that's just it. And then we could set up something.
Okay.
Yeah, we could set something up similar in Gabon and Bornu. We tried so long to have more headquarters, and it just doesn't work. It just doesn't work. The less headquarters, the better. Gabon and Bornu I think that's enough. Bornu+Borgu, Gabon. That's enough. And as you can see, we invited a lot of people here. We had a WhatsApp group. A lot of people didn't even join the Facebook group. A lot of times I stay away from WhatsApp because what happens is people will start talking and get you excited, and then they won't even mobilize. They won't join a Facebook group. They won't promote anything. They won't do any sort of media. They're just kind of draining your time and trying to make themselves the focus of a Facebook group or a WhatsApp group. They want it small, where they think they could control it. They don't have any intention of spreading the words, in my opinion. So, but this is good. You said Ihiala, and you connected. You don't. Do you know the other communities? I know you mentioned Enugu, one in Imo. Do you know them by name?
Yeah. You said?
Do you know them by name?
One is how will I say, the one in Imo. It's called Adam Tolu or so. I'll get to let him tell me, but he's working on it.
Okay.
I'll get to get the town, so I'm going to let you know.
Okay, and that's it. Okay? Are they able to join the Facebook group, or are you able to just add people from your friends to the Ihiala group? Could you just add people or invite people, and then maybe we post these groups and we have more conversations in Ihiala, and people start to understand what it's about. We start to invite people from USA, and maybe they just talk to you and start to feel more comfortable. I think that's...
Well, I don't mind getting their Facebook name. Then I'll get to give you, so you get to add them on here. So we'll just be as one.
Oh, okay. Well, could you add people from your Facebook group to? I mean, can you add people from your Facebook friends to Ihiala, the group? No, the one.
Yeah, I added someone already on that Ihiala platform. He's from Imo. He's the one I've been talking to that is from Imo.
Okay, it's okay because it's like 10 people so far. I don't know if they accepted, but if we can do that, I've had a group that had one is up to 600 people over maybe 4 years. One is up to 1,000 people. But I know with Nigeria, how big it could get if things start clicking. As things start clicking, well, things will start clicking. But that's very good. I think at this point, even Prince, we could try to have you on an interview over here in the USA. I don't know what you think.
No problem. I'm very much available, my lord.
Okay. Okay. Somebody just texted me from Alabama, who's always posting about. I told him about this mission. He just started sending people, telling him to go to their Christian meeting. It's annoying, but all right. Okay. So this mission is very sacred. It's wow. Even since Haiti and Marcus Garvey, the idea that all these communities can become one government and really manage their resources. I think the other day, uranium, one of those nuclear power elements, was discovered in some random one of these communities, one of thousands of communities in Igbo land. So imagine the kind of resources we have that people are just taking out since the colonialism. We don't have any account of anything. We don't know what's under our feet. Why we shouldn't even be poor. It's crazy. So okay, this is the right move. So we have okay, Prince Yakubu, the platform maybe we could engage. One of them is called Sankofa.
Yeah, man.
One is called Sankofa Radio.
Okay, Sankofa Radio. Yeah.
I don't know if you want to engage them with progress reports, and you just be permanent.
Yeah, my lord.
You just be maybe permanent at the bridge where other people can start coming, and maybe you interview them and tell maybe you can interview them for Borgu Empire News, and they tell them their background, how they grew up, and things like that.
No problem, my lord.
Interesting.
Oh, my lord, my daughter is a year old today.
Wow! Congratulations! Happy birthday to her.
Yeah.
Happy
Thank
birthday
you so much.
to the princess.
Yeah.
Happy birthday, Papa Yakubu.
Thank you, my lord.
Yeah. All right. That's a blessing.
Yes.
That's great. Thank you for taking time out of a special day to be
Thank
with
you,
us.
my lord. You're welcome.
So that's just it. I think. Is there any questions? I know we talked about the stocks, basketball. I don't know.
Yeah, I would like to talk about the stocks.
Okay.
Two things. Okay, so I would like to talk about the stocks and the basketball, so I will know what I'm going to be telling them on that very aspect. Will you be the one teaching them, or you got to bring an expert to teach them?
What do you think, Prince Yakubu? Do you think there could be some sort of travel where maybe the basketball players and coaches in Borgu are traveling everywhere and becoming a network? Because I like the way that you guys did it, where it was not expensive. I've heard people say crazy numbers just to get people who want, like the problem I had with we have a company in Owerri.
Yeah.
We have a Owerri company that's not even mobilizing. Like the price that was asked for was way too high just to do basketball, and like basketball is something you could go out in the street and play, not to just get people on jerseys just to do demonstration and say, hey, we're unifying Africans. We're unifying with our brothers. It shouldn't. The price that I was given was way too high. It was absurd. So I like the way you guys did it. Like I feel if maybe you connect with people here, and we say like these are some bills, but we're trying to learn the stock market to make our own money. People will help us out to raise funds, but with the expectation that we're learning stocks. We need help with stocks, and they'll say this is how you do it. They'll help us out along the way so we can all grow. And when they see where you're from, that you're in Africa, they'll say, "Oh, this is our roots. This is our culture. It's part of our culture. Stocks. So that's what it is."